Spring season is upon us, as will be the House of Wolves. And you know you want to look good fighting the Fallen. So head on over to the link in the description, grab yourself a Mesa t-shirt, and join the Mesa Army. You're gonna like the way you look. I guarantee it. Oh, that hurts my voice.
Let's get to it.
YouTube, what is going on? Mesa Sean back at it with another episode of Ask Mesa. We're up to number 23 now. It's a weekly series where you guys ask me questions in the comment section, and then I try to answer them to my best ability with some just random gameplay in the background. So let's jump right into it. And just a quick note, guys, this Tuesday, let's see, what date will that be? I think the 22nd or 23rd, I think. I have some pretty big news, a bombshell to drop on you guys. So stay tuned to Tuesday morning's video, okay? Okay, here we go. Then we got
White Blade 2011.
Hey Mesa, what's your opinion on having to download games? Is it a hassle, don't you mind, or you think it's a scam to make you get an external hard drive? Well, I don't think it's a scam, but I definitely prefer having a disc, and it's not because I'm an old fart. It's because it's a pain in the ass. I feel like, I remember when I downloaded Advanced Warfare, which I probably put in maybe a half hour on totals so far. It took forever to download, even though I'm connected, landline, Ethernet cord, Verizon Quantum. It took forever, and back with Call of Duty Ghosts, I used to do this thing where I would delete Call of Duty Ghosts to not have the DLC on my PlayStation 4 and just have the stock maps that came with it, because when Clan Wars came around, I just did not want to get into those lobbies with people way better than me in my clan, and it just, I don't know. You get into those, what I call sweaty lobbies, tryhards, and who am I to say? I'm not a tryhard. I am a tryhard. But I prefer having a disc because if anything goes wrong, you could just delete it off your console and then reinstall it much, much faster than having to download the whole damn thing. Alright, then we got Caesar Hinojosa, am I saying it right? When you found out about exotic weapons, which one did you most desire? Definitely what you're seeing right now, the Hawk Moon. And it evaded me for 26 days played. Now I've got 4 or 5 of them, I think. And I actually leveled one up fully on each character. But yeah, that was the first one I was just enamored with because everyone had it. I kept getting killed by it in PvP all the time. And I remember going on rock strikes and just hearing it because it just sounds so damn good when it goes off, and I don't know, I was obsessed with it for the longest. Nathan Williamson says, would you choose peanuts or peanut butter? I'm gonna go with peanuts because it makes for like a good pre-workout snack. It's got a little bit of protein, a little bit, well, actually does it have protein? I don't know. It's got some fat in there without carbs and everything, but peanut butter does taste very good when you smear it on apples. Okay, then we got Sean Lewis says, will you do a review of the new Strike Outlook coming to us in the House of Wolves? I don't know. Is that the name of a new one? I don't know. Yeah, I plan on doing, well, let me talk a little bit about the House of Wolves and, like, kind of how I want to run things. I want to stream a whole bunch and basically kind of do Let's Plays along with, like, tutorials, along with everything that I've been doing so far, like with the Dark Below. See, when the Dark Below first came out, I didn't focus on the raid at all. I waited a good week, well, not a week, but like a couple days for my clanmates to go in, do it, figure it out, and then go in and then do a proper tutorial with tanks and clawmen. So what I'm really going to focus on is what I guess all the casuals, all us, well, I call myself a casual. It's all like the basic stuff, like the quests, the stories, the strikes, and everything, and kind of do like Let's Plays that I might just take from my live stream or just do them and then commentate over them on how to do everything or tips and tricks. I hate even using the word fucking tips and tricks. Sorry, potty mouth. But basically, my advice on how to do them. Okay, then we got D-Jab says, so you like getting out, that's good to see, you're interested in hiking, I love hiking, never got into bike, but also have you traveled to any countries? If not, what countries would you like to see the most? Well, not really into hiking because it feels too slow to me. In terms of countries, well, I love Mexico and I love Costa Rica, especially Costa Rica. I've been there a couple times, absolutely beautiful, and the Mayan Riviera on the east coast of Mexico, absolutely beautiful, but I wouldn't go to Mexico right now. I mean, I've just heard even places like Cancun or the touristy places, it's just bad news down there in terms of drug cartels and all the warring going on down there. I don't know. I could just be reading into what the news is saying. But as for countries, I had a fascination with Egypt my whole life. I always wanted to go to Egypt, but I'll be frank, from an American standpoint, I'm terrified to go anywhere in the Middle East with all the warring and stuff going on. You know, ISIS and all this stuff, and I don't know, maybe I'm just reading into things, but I don't know, I'm too paranoid to go there. But I do want to go to Italy and my home country of Malta, because I'm Maltese, part Maltese. So I have a fascination with going to Malta. I'd love to go to Florence and parts of Italy, definitely the UK, and get to London. Then we got
Glued Tech Dude.
He says, Mesa, do you ever use the custom in-game music options of PS4 and to rock out while you play? And are you looking forward to the Destiny update that gives you the option to mute the game music entirely? Well, I'm going to cover the latter first. I normally love all my previous first-person shooter games without music. I mute them all because it would just feel more serious, and really dug it. And I tried it with Destiny, and it just didn't feel right. And I think Destiny nailed it with the music. I'm too used to it. I love it. I think it's epic sounding, and it's really, I like how each planet has its own music and its own feel to it. Really dig it. So I'm assuming you're talking about the PS4 app Spotify that's now you could use and mix in with while you're playing games. My clanmates have been raving about it. They said it's amazing. I haven't tried it just yet. Do they have Slayer or Metallica? I remember once I plugged in my iPhone with earpods underneath my Turtle Beaches, and I don't know, it just hurt my ears the whole time. But I did enjoy listening to some Rain and Blood, beautiful album, beautifully written while playing some Crucible. But I got to try it. I don't know. Does Spotify have Metallica or Slayer? I wonder. Because I know Metallica sues everybody that plays their music. Okay, then we got
Raging Athenian.
It says, what's your favorite heavy machine gun? I want to say right now it's the two Deviant Gravity A's I have. It's perfect for PvP, for me at least. It's got excellent stability, very it's like the perfect fire rate between against all odds and say like a harm's way, and not as slow as like a Yolder's Hammer. I do love my Yolder's Hammer, but one thing that bugs me about it is the aim down sight just feels very sluggish. The Deviant Gravity A's, they aim down sight really fast. I got mine with believe I have rodeo on them, so they're very, very accurate, perfect for PvP. Against all odds used to be my favorite for PvP because it hits like a Mack truck, but slow fire rate, I kind of go, I like the middle road that the Deviant Gravity A's have between harm's way and between like an against all odds and Yolder's Hammer, if that makes any sense. Babbling. All right, we got Matt, you know who. He says, hey Mesa, what are some perks you would like to see in the new House of Wolves exotic? Mesa Army, I like that. Let's get the hashtag started. I can't say any perks off the top of my head, but what I'd like to see is all new perks. When that video that I have with all the House of Wolves vendor gear, Crucible, Vanguard, factions, all that sort of stuff, it's basically new guns, kind of reskinned old guns, but with kind of just the same old perks we're all used to having. I like to see brand new perks we've never seen before. What are those? I have no idea, but you guys let me know in the comment section what perks you would like to see that would be totally off the top of your head, brand new stuff we've never seen before. Then we got GPOT NOR. What did you do before YouTube? How long have you been making videos on YouTube? Smiley face. Alright, so this would be a long-winded question here. So, well, what I did before is I was in first pharmaceutical sales for a number of years, then I did medical device sales for a number of years, and then I got laid off a couple of years ago. So, I'm really trying to make this a career. Now, not necessarily YouTube a career, but basically doing this, whatever it is, entertaining, talking, making videos, working for a company, some sort of gaming company, a studio, something. I don't know. This is kind of a whole rebirth for me, this whole YouTube thing, and being on podcasts, and people made a few comments here about selling out with the Control Freak sponsorship and selling t-shirts and stuff, but I don't know, this is fun, guys. I really would like to see. This doesn't feel like work. I mean, well, it's a lot of work in terms of I get no sleep whatsoever, but it doesn't feel like work, and my worst days doing this are better than my best days selling medical devices. I'd close a deal for $170,000 and I'd get a nice commission check 2 months later, but get a basically pat on the back email, and that's it. Here, it's you put a video out and you feel like you have a family. You feel like you're not alone because you see the same people in your comment section, and I don't really have that many trolls on my channel, which is great. So that's going to wrap it up for this episode, guys. Again, I love doing these. It's so much fun. I hope you guys enjoy them too. Sorry, just going to throw in some extra footage here. I didn't expect to go this long. So drop a like in this video only if you see fit. Leave a question in the comment section for next week's episode. Stay tuned on Tuesday for my big announcement. Follow me on Twitter @MesaSean. Check out my stream. The links will be in the description. That's it. You stay beautiful.